Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there lived a man who was known as the Poop Man. Now, you may be thinking, that doesn't sound very funny, but trust me, this story will have you laughing so hard you'll be pooping your pants. The Poop Man was a strange and mysterious figure who lived in a secluded cabin in the woods. He spent his days collecting and studying different types of poop. He had a vast collection of feces from all sorts of animals, and he even had a special room in his cabin dedicated to his collection. One day, the king of the land decided to hold a contest to find the funniest man in the kingdom. The Poop Man, being the jester he was, decided to enter the contest. The day of the contest arrived, and the Poop Man walked onto the stage with a big bag of his precious poop collection. He began his act by telling jokes about different types of poop, and the audience couldn't stop laughing. He even did a song and dance routine about the different ways to poop, and the crowd was in hysterics. The king was so impressed with the Poop Man's act that he declared him the winner of the contest. The Poop Man was overjoyed and thanked the king and the audience for their support. From that day on, the Poop Man was known as the funniest man in the kingdom, and he continued to entertain the people with his unique brand of humor. He even wrote a book about his experiences as the Poop Man, which became a bestseller. The end. Moral of the story: never underestimate the power of a good poop joke, and always be yourself, no matter how strange or peculiar you may seem. So, always have a sense of humor. It's a powerful tool to make people laugh and forget their worries. Original story from Anthony Ha Kim. Now part 2. Funny Fart Man story. Once upon a time, there was a man named Harold. He had a peculiar problem. Every time he ate beans, he would fart uncontrollably. It was so bad that people avoided sitting next to him at parties or gatherings. One day, Harold decided that he had had enough and decided to see a doctor. The doctor examined him and said, "I'm sorry to tell you this, Harold, but you have a rare condition called bean fartosis. It's a condition where your body cannot digest beans properly and causes excessive gas." Harold was devastated and asked, "Is there a cure?" The doctor replied, "Unfortunately, there is no cure. But there is a way to manage it. You can try avoiding beans and other gas-producing foods." Harold took the doctor's advice and avoided beans and other gas-producing foods. He also started taking a special pill to help with the gas. Life for Harold was finally looking up. He could finally go to parties and gatherings without the fear of farting uncontrollably. He was even able to sit next to people without them noticing. However, there was one downside to this new lifestyle. Harold had to give up his favorite food, chili. But he was willing to make the sacrifice for the sake of not farting uncontrollably. From that day on, Harold was known as the Fart Man, but not in a bad way. People found his condition quite amusing and he became known for his funny fart stories. Harold was happy knowing that he could still enjoy life without the embarrassment of his condition. The end. Original story by Anthony Ha Kim.